Now back to Pristina. This is Pax Europiana again from Pristina. This is the road. I will show you now how Pristina works. That's the entry. I'm going to Gračanica. That's the southern suburb, and it's also the municipality of the Serb minority. In that one they are the majority. These are some luxury new villa developments here. This is a kind of gated community which they like very much here. And here you see Pristina. It's a very nice entry. You see this kind of Manhattan-style development, the big skyscrapers here in the center, and on the southern periphery, it's a very dynamic urban development. There's a new mayor now. We will see how he will leave his imprint on the city. I'm very curious about his development plans and how this city will develop into a European metropolis. Now we are on the southern ring road, more or less, and the north is now going. There's now the highway connection towards Serbia, towards Niš, and here it's now the southern commercial entry axis, in a sense, the way towards Skopje. We're just entering here. You see the new the Shell motor petrol station. And here, this is what is very famous, the shopping centers at the entry point into Pristina. Here already the road forwards to Gračanica and Čilan, where I'm going now. And here it's the secondary road, or the speedway towards the south, the old one. And we're just coming from the highway. Here you see this very dynamic urban development, the commercial zone in the south. The biggest shopping center here, the Albi Mall. It's really huge. Here it's even extended now again, and all the international brands already here in Kosovo since years already. It's not something specifically new, but it's just the dynamic of the region. Should be also one supermarket. I want to show you all these things to show you also how normal life is here. Here is of course the Albanian flag. It's the Albanian National Day, where obviously everybody celebrates the 28th of November. They call it the Flag Day. But also in the travel regulations are not so important here. No, but actually in Kosovo they're driving much more secure than in Albania. That's a big difference. I made a number of videos on road safety already. You see now the exit road towards Gračanica. It's here. There was the school where my children went when I was living here, the international school. I have the fond memories. Here actually, ILG. We've spent 3 happy years here, or 2.5 happy years during that time. And here you see some of the embassy residences, and here the school, and here the road towards Gračanica. And here I want to state again, it's so important to understand that the Kosovo, the Republic, the multi-ethnic and European Kosovo, which was created with the help of the international community, where I was honored to contribute, it's really working. It has the firm fundament economically of the euro. It has this regulatory stability of EU regulation, everything done from scratch, nothing left from socialist Yugoslavia, really very good. And so it could develop. Obviously, because of the neglect and the war, but mostly the neglect of centuries of Ottoman misrule and then Yugoslavian disaster and oppression, genocide, it was of course very underdeveloped. So what you see is a huge task to get it to European levels, because it was basically nothing in 1999 when the international community took over after the liberation war. There was little left because there was nothing ever done. And so everything in terms of infrastructure, modern civilization had to start in 2000. And it was a huge effort by the Albanians themselves, by the Kosovo Albanians and the international community to bring it up to these standards, and it worked very well. And this is important to understand it from that directive. And the trajectory is amazing, and the progress is astonishing. Here you see obviously the commercial zone and a lot of this construction industry, construction material industry. That's of course the big business, and it's of course the driving sector together with agriculture and small-scale manufacturing, IT industry as well, and also tourism, and that's all developing. And see it, obviously this was the municipality where the how can I say, the Yugoslavian elite was living here. There's some of the old houses left, and it was also, they were not living in good condition. It is always necessary to understand that the whole systematic neglect of the Yugoslavian authorities of this basically under martial law community, and there was just a few reasonable years, but in generally it was a complete disaster what Yugoslavia has neglected here, also in Montenegro, also in Macedonia, or for sure in Kosovo, and in the south of Serbia as well. Yeah? They have done very little north of a line, south of a line of Kragujevac and Kruševac. I think there is a shameful neglect of Yugoslavian authorities in the whole time, and that's part of the story, obviously, and of the breakup, because it was such a defunct economic system. No surprise. Here, anyhow, you see some of these agricultural fields and some of the areas which I'm confident there will be a lot built in the future, because economic growth is dynamic, and there is also this political stability also here in so-called, it's called Gračanica. You see one of the luxury developments. It's actually one of the biggest businessmen, Mr. Baccioli. He has built this luxury flat development. It's quite impressive. This is the modern way to do things here, and you see the contrast already between the leftovers of Yugoslavia and obviously this modern Swiss and European style developments. Good. I will also keep you posted about Gračanica. I will do some videos when I go there now, and that's now Gračanica here. I'm entering here now this municipality, and it lives in peace and in harmony. It's not true what Vučić propaganda about difficult living conditions, or it's the same like in Serbia. It's not so much a difference anymore, and also the security and the political stability is absolutely given. You will not see any kind of military installations or a special protection. No, we have all started to live well together here in this, and also the local elections 2021 were the smoothest and best ones. No political violence, no incidents and these things. That's all the reality of Kosovo in 2021 for all municipalities to live safely. You can just go straight ahead. Good. More to come from Pax Europiana, keeping you posted. Thanks a lot for your support, and looking forward with more videos from European Kosovo on the way to EU candidate status. Thanks a lot. Bye from Gračanica.